Happy hump day, y'all. Happy hump day. Happy hump day to your baby. Yes, happy hump day, y'all. Yes. Thank you for tuning into my channel today. I appreciate it very much. If this is your first time, go ahead and join the Crazy Squad. Hit that subscribe button. If you're already on the squad, thank you so much for sticking with your girl. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified. Yes, when your girl upload another video, and you always know what your girl doing. That's it, y'all. That's it. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. I am. First, I just want to do a moment of silence. Oh, Mr. Weatherspoon. He's one of my idols, comic idols. My number one idol is Martin. But him, Mr. Weatherspoon, 77 years old. They said on the news that he died, unexpectedly died, is what they said. And they don't know the cause. They don't know what happened. So I want to do a moment of silence for Mr. Weatherspoon. Yes. Yes, you guys. All of our legendary people, they're leaving us. They're getting older and they're dying off. And I just want to say that it saddened me to hear about his passing. And he was such a great actor, comedian. You heard nothing but good things about him. He was never in the tabloids. He never had no bad rap. He never had nothing bad was said about him, on the news or on social media or anything like that. For far as we know, he was a good guy, a good man, good father. He's a damn good actor. It just came so natural to him. I love him. Bang, 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 bang. Yes. Bang, 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 bang. Yes. He was just, yeah. But you guys, I just want to say that I am so happy to be alive, to have another chance. You guys, I've been really in my feelings lately and going through a lot. And I've been running across a lot of obstacles and a lot of challenges in my life lately. And I'm really working hard at staying focused and keeping my head up. Okay, because as humans, we do fall short. We do have those moments where we want to just give up. We feel defeated. But that's the time. When you feel defeated, that's the time that you strive harder. You don't give up. Don't give up because you're close to the finish line. Usually when you get, just like runners, when they run that marathon, right when they get close to that finish line, they be like, oh, I'm so tired. They be like, and then you push yourself. You notice when they run that marathon, when they get close to the end, that's when they push themselves even more. They push themselves even more to run through that ribbon and break that ribbon. When you get close, it's usually when it's the hardest. It's when you got to push even harder. And you got to just keep pushing and telling yourself you can do it. Okay? Because the enemy wants you to fail. He wants you to stop. Sometimes he places people in your path just to deter you. Just to deter you. And it seems like that. Like, dang, every time I try to take a step forward, something happens. That's the enemy. Okay? And that's your obstacles. And that's when you strive harder to succeed. Nothing in life that you want is going to come easy. Okay? You have to work for it. Some doors is going to shut. Not every door is going to be open for you, open-handedly. We got to work for it. There's going to be some doors that's going to be shut. And we got to thank God for those shut doors. Because that, sometimes God will shut a door for a reason. It's a reason we shut that door. We'd be like, dang, I wanted that job. I really wanted that job. And then you don't get it. And then you get another job. You'd be like, dang. Woo, I'm so glad I didn't take that other job. I'm so glad I didn't get that. Sometimes the door that shuts is a blessing too. Not every door that shuts is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So we have to look at it in a different way. It's the way we think. It's the way we process things. You know, I am going through a lot. I am really struggling with some things right now, some issues that I have put in the back of my mind to lay dormant. I'm being faced with them. I need to face them. I need to look at them. I need to address these hurt feelings. Okay? I need to address them, you know, and I am. Hold on. Let me turn my light back on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I gotta get this light fixed. It seems like that little light I bought, it just don't stay powered up or something. And I gotta keep depending on my car lights. So anyway, I'm being faced with some things that I had put in the back of my mind, you know, and it's really hard for me because I have this side to me that is really sensitive. And I have a strong, one of my pet peeves is loyalty. Because growing up, it seemed like I never really had people to really have my back, you know, to believe in me, and believe some of the things that I said or going through. They was like, oh, you just tripping. Oh, you just want attention. And I didn't. And I didn't. And sometimes as humans, we don't know how to express ourselves. We express ourselves in a way to where it comes off different. You know, it doesn't come off the way we want it to come off. You know, and what I learned through life, and something my mother always told me, Tracy, it ain't what you said, it's how you said it. And so I learn now, your delivery matters. Because if you deliver a message, but the message you giving, ain't nobody gonna listen to your message if your delivery, how you said it, how you presented it. They too busy looking at your actions and how you did it. They can't even even think about your message. Your message just went right over their head because the way you acted, the way you presented it, our delivery. So before you say something to somebody, or before you express your feelings, calm down, think about it, get yourself in a position to where your delivery, okay, our delivery, the way we do things, okay, and that's anything in life, talking to people, to your loved ones, to your friends, people at work, just people around. If you get upset about something at a grocery store, at a business, they did you wrong, they overcharged you, and you pissed, so you gonna cuss them out. Oh no. First thing they gonna say is, they gonna call security and get you up out of there. Even though you had a valid reason to be upset. You had a valid reason to be mad. You had a valid reason to go off. But you went off. And now you done went off, you done did some things, till now they not even looking at the fact that what they did don't even matter no more. Because you done went in there and acted a plumb fool. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Okay? And we have to remember that. Dealing with people. And a lesson that I learned too in life, and that I'm starting to really evaluate some things. I want to go on my friend. I had a friend, okay, and I thought she was like my girl. And I'm bringing this up so I can give you an example. And throughout our friendship, our relationship, she has done some things that I didn't like. Said some things, her actions. And I never expressed myself. I just be like mad and just, But it got to the point to where the last thing, I'm like, she really don't care about me like I thought she did. Because after that situation happened, at the gathering, at the little thing we went to, she didn't even call me to check on me, to see if I was all right, to apologize for her family members, or say anything to me. Apologize for what she did, when it came to my food and drinks or whatever. And never, to this day, ain't called me. And when sometimes I learned, not just with that situation, but sometimes I learned that being stubborn, I am not going to call her, or I'm not going to call him. I'm just not. Stubbornness can hinder you. Sometimes we have to be humble. Sometimes we have to accept things and say, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Humble yourself. And a lot of times in life, not just in that situation, that's one thing that hurt me, because I really shared a lot of things in my life with her, and I really opened up to her, and I really was, I thought she was like my girl. We had a lot of connections, and we shared a lot of things. We've been through similar things, and we met through another friend, and I still think about her to this day. That was my girl. And I said to her through a text message, if you don't know what you did, I'm not going to waste my time and tell you what you did. She took it as if I'm not going to waste my time on her. No, I'm not going to waste my time explaining myself. I'm not going to waste my time rehatching that, because as a woman, you know what you did. And if you don't know, then I don't need to tell you. You think back on that day. Think back on how you treated me. Think back on how you never even contacted me. Think back on your attitude, your actions. And that's in life in general. When if you do something to someone, especially if you care about them, and you can't humble yourself to be the bigger person and reach out, then we was never cool like I thought. That's in anything in life, even at work. There's situations maybe at your job where someone does something to you, or you do something back in retaliation. But then you humble yourself and you apologize and say, look, let's move forward. Okay, but I have a question. When you're in a relationship, we can forgive that man or that woman for doing horrible things to us. Things that you just, and you forgive them. My grandmother said this to me one time. I was mad at my Aunt Monica. It was something stupid. I can't remember. I said, I'm never going to talk to her again. I'll change my number and everything. Excuse me. And my grandmother, she said, well, you forgave your husband when he did such and such. Why can't you forgive your aunt? And I looked at her, she said, you forgave him? And he ain't even, you forgave that man. He done did this, he done did that. He got you like this, he got you like that. You forgave him, took him back. You still with him to this day. But you can't forgive your aunt? I was like, wow. I remember so much of the things that my grandmother and my mother, and I always tend to be around older people when I was younger. I loved their wisdom. And I was always old, and when I was young, I've been through a lot. Even in my mama's womb, I found out a lot. And I'm a thinker, and I've been like that all of my life. People person, people watcher, analyzing, thinking, trying to figure out stuff. Always been like that. Always ask questions. Always talk to older people. Always. And to this day, I never forget that. That's what happens. I don't care if you're in a friendship, a relationship, and you value that relationship, you value that person. Why can't a person humble themselves, reach out and say, look, I don't remember what happened. Even if you don't, I don't remember. I really don't. Whatever I did, I am sorry. Let's pick this up again. Let's work this. If you value that person, if you value that relationship, and I'm bringing that up because I'm going through some things. I'm thinking about a lot of things. And I chose to use that situation as an example because we go through that a lot in life. Sometimes being stubborn, not sometimes, most of the time, being stubborn can hinder you. Being stubborn. Humbleness. Being humble shows what type of person that you are. It shows growth. It shows humanity. And most of all, integrity. And one thing with my family, we're big on integrity. We're big on being honest and truthful and loyal. And we're big on respect. And there's things I've done, that hasn't been very respectful. Okay, growing up, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. In a relationship, a friendship, a relationship, or whatever, we make mistakes. We say things, we do things sometimes that we don't mean. And our intentions weren't for it to come out the way it came out. But when you value the friendship, the relationship, when you value yourself, you humble yourself, you go to that person, you reach out. You don't just let time go. I ain't calling her. I ain't calling him. Sometimes it's not. It shows how big you are to be the bigger person. In life, I had a situation even at work that even though something was done to me that I didn't like, and I spoke to a supervisor about it, but then I ended up apologizing to the girl. Just to keep problems down. Just to show that I was a bigger person. Just to show that. And that was a while ago, a long time ago. I'm just using that as an example that sometimes we have to be the bigger person. We can't just be stubborn all the time. Especially if you truly in your heart value that friendship, value that person, value what you had, if you truly did. When a person can't do that, they don't value you. If you're in a relationship, a marriage, or a friendship, a relationship, and you start feeling non-valued, if that's even a word, if you start feeling that you're not valued, if you start feeling lost, if you lose yourself in the midst of that relationship, it's time to stop and reevaluate that relationship, that friendship, that relationship that you have. If you are not valued, if your feelings are not valued, if you are not valued, if a person constantly keeps hurting you, keeps ignoring your feelings, overlooking your feelings like you ain't nothing, it is time to 86 that. And have you ever noticed, sometimes you would talk to a friend. Me and my cousin was talking about this, just in general. You talk to somebody, you tell them things, excuse me, and then they tell you, girl, I wouldn't do that if that was you, if that was me. Oh no, I wouldn't do it. I am not you. We handle things the way we handle them, the way we need to handle them for ourselves. This is not about you. You may not like the way I handle something. You may not handle this situation the way I'm handling it, but we're two different individuals. We have two different backgrounds. We have two different experiences in life. People go through things and they handle their situation the way they handle it for themselves, the way they need to handle it. Whether you would handle it that way or not. There's some things about you, I'm talking to the other person, that you're doing that I may not, handle that way. But that's you. I'm not judging you, so don't judge me. People are quick to judge. People are quick to throw themselves in the equation when you tell them about your situation. And it's like, well, this is my situation. This is what I'm going through. This is my experience. This isn't yours. And you don't know what I've experienced in my past that's making me even think this way. Because a lot of times, the way we think, the way we process things, is historical. It's historical. Because what I mean by historical means the things that we've been through in our life that makes us the way we are, that makes us process the things the way we process them. Because a lot of times, old hurt feelings come up, old hurt situations come up, and we compound it into one big thing. So when that happened, we just, we've been through a lot. People been through different things in their life. So they handle things differently. They process things differently. And we can't judge a person because they do certain things this way and you do certain things that way. My favorite color is orange. Yours might be purple. Am I wrong because purple isn't mine? Actually, I can't stand purple. But so since I don't like the color purple, and my favorite color is orange, I'm wrong because I don't have the same likings that you like. We're all individuals. We all are made in God's eyesight. Our makeup is all different. We all have been raised different with different values, different morals, because our parents were raised a certain way. And then we, in turn, raise our kids the way we were raised. Our values, our traditions, the way of thinking, the way we view things. But it takes us as an adult to redirect that to be better for ourselves. We always want each generation to be better. We always want our kids to have more, to see more, to be more. than us. We should be. That's how I was raised. You know, we raise our kids to have more, to do more, to have more opportunities, to be better than us. You know, that's just how I see it. You know, and back in the day, there was no platform like this. Okay, people suffered from depression back in the day. Kids suffered from depression. They said you had anger issues or you was ADHD. They didn't know about mental health, about depression like they know about now. People were bipolar back then, but they didn't know. They didn't have a medical term for it. They just said, "Oh, she's acting out. She's bad. We need to put her in special ed. We need to put him in boys' home. He don't know how to act. Why is he crying and depressed? He's ADHD. He's slow. He got some mental issues. We need to give him some medication. He can't learn." I mean, come on. You know? And I'm so glad that things are different nowadays. And you see that? How things are different? How we progressed? Even in the medical field, we progressed. We got medical terms for different things now. We know about depression. We know about certain diseases. We grew. We got stronger. We grew up. Things are different than the way they were back in the day. And that's how it's supposed to be. And that's how it's supposed to be with us as people. And we want our kids to be law-abiding citizens. We want our kids to be respectful, responsible. We want them to know when to humble themselves. We want them to be secure and have self-esteem and have confidence. Confidence and self-esteem is a taught behavior. It's taught. You don't just be born with it. It is taught. It's instilled in you. It's ingrained in you. It's a taught behavior. We have to teach our children how to love themselves. We have to first love ourselves. We have to teach ourselves. But in turn, we got to teach our kids too. We got to encourage them. We got to teach them how to have dignity and be proud of who they are and where they come from, no matter what. And if you don't like the things about yourself, we got to teach them and talk to them to work on those attributes one at a time, one day at a time. We got to teach them not to give up. We got to teach them to push through that finish line. We have to teach them that, because we may not have pushed through that finish line, but we got to teach our kids, don't be like me. I almost made that finish line and I gave up. Don't you give up. Once we accept that we gave up, once we realize we gave up and accept that we gave up, now we got to teach our kids not to do the same thing. Not to do what we did. We got to teach them how to push through that finish line, y'all. That's it. That's it. I want you guys to have a wonderful day. Keep your head up, your chest out. My mama, you would never catch my mama, my grandmama, my great-grandma. You never catch them with their head hung low. To this day, you ain't gonna catch them. My mama could be going through some things. You'll never catch her with her head hung low. Never. That's why I don't hang my head low. My mother taught me to be strong. Stand tall and proud. Stand tall and proud no matter what. And that's what I'm giving back to you guys. What my mama, my grandmother gave me, I'm giving it to y'all. Listen to your grandmamas. Listen to them older people. They got wisdom. Listen to them. That's it, y'all. Hold your head up. Keep a smile on your face regardless of what you're going through. Okay? That's it, you guys. Oh, wait a minute. And don't be walking around with your nose all stuck up in the air and rolling your eyes at people. And every time somebody look at you, you frowned up. Cause you going through what you going through. You don't like who you are, so you mad, but you gonna make everybody else like that. Don't steal nobody's joy, and don't let nobody steal yours. Okay, and I will see you, yes, in the next video. Peace.